Right, let's get started. Let's welcome again to my panel broadcaster and columnist Lizzie Cundy and also GB News senior political commentator Nigel Nelson. Right, I'm going to start with you, Lizzie Cundy, because you've been on the sofa this morning. You've met them both. You've met Ollie and Phil and all that. Yeah.
I've actually worked there. I look back, it was 20 years, and I did a great fashion strand with Phillip back in 2007. And he was the golden boy. I mean, he got into This Morning because of John Leslie's misfortune, if you remember.
I remember that, yes.
And Holly and him were the golden couple. They won the NTA awards, BAFTAs, and people loved them for their openness, their warmth, and you know, being truthful, being able to talk to them about their own problems, and it's a great magazine show. I, for one, love working on it and loved the team. But sadly, what's happened is now that Philip's gone from golden boy to like the Prince Andrew of the TV world. It really is quite shocking. And he may say that it was consensual, he may say it wasn't illegal, but this is about a matter of power, and there are rules in the workplace to stop this happening. And I feel very, very sorry for his wife Steph, for his daughters. He's lied to them, he's lied to ITV, he lied to his lawyers, and he lied to the viewers, and you know, who had trust in him. And it's a very, very sad day, and I particularly feel sad for the work young colleague who's involved with this, who's all over the internet now, and whose life will probably never be the same.
Nigel.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that the key words Lizzie used there were openness and warmth. This was Phillip Schofield's image all the way along the line, and that has been completely shattered quite clearly. So if you are a public figure, you've chosen a career in the public eye, one of the golden rules is don't lie to the public who make you rich, because they're never going to trust you again. And that's why his TV career is over. The question obviously now is how many other people at This Morning and at ITV could find themselves losing their jobs too.
Do you think it's going to be a bit of a domino effect, then there'll be others?
Well, I mean, the question comes down to what this investigation was all about that they looked into. I mean, what ITV is saying today is that they mounted an investigation in 2020. Both Phillip and the young man involved denied any kind of sexual relationship. Well, how far do they go? Do they just go up and ask them? Do they ask other people? All of us had heard the rumours about this long before that. So the next question is, how did the investigation go? Should they now have a look at who knew what? And if somebody else was covering up, they should go too.
Well, but Lizzie, you've worked with them. What are they like? Are they nice?
Look, I have worked with them, and I know Phillip and I know Holly. Phillip, he was kind of temperamental. You never knew quite what you were going to get. Holly was always very, very pleasant to me, and I've no problems, and I love working on the show. But there are many that are coming out, and GB News host Eamon Holmes, who's a dear friend of mine, knows only too well what it was like, and feels that he was had over when Phillip came out as gay, and Phillip, you know, he was there, you know, wanting support from Eamon and his wife Ruth, and you know, it is a sorry mess. It's a toxic mess, you know, and I think it has to be looked into for sure. But look, you know, as you've said, Nigel, you've got two people, you know, saying nothing was going on, deny. But I think the truth is going to rise to the top.
Well, it should rise to the top. It always does. Cream always rises to the top, so we'll find out more about that. But if you are, I mean, look, just imagine if you're an agent and looking after somebody like that. I mean, that must be very difficult in terms of an agent. So let's have a chat with Sky Andrew, a talent agent who, you know, look, Sky, it's good to talk to you, Sky. Look, this is like one of those very difficult situations. As an agent, what do you do? I mean, his agents have dropped him, even though he's got a share in the business. It's very difficult, isn't it? Do you think there's any future left for Phillip Schofield in TV?
Look, one of the most important things an agent should do is be able to deal with critical management. Critical management is where someone gets in trouble and you respond very quickly to protect their brand. And in the UK, the most important brand is like relationship or family. And all of the mothers sitting at home watching This Morning, they're looking at Phillip and Holly and saying, oh, we trust in you, we believe in you, you've got integrity, sincerity. And this is why both of them make millions from endorsing products
Right.
and being ambassadors. But women are the power brokers in this world. Some men may disagree with me, but once a woman decides that you have lied or you have treated your woman badly, you're on the road to nowhere.
You sound like you say that with experience.
He does.
The thing is, I mean, look, 2008, I created the Inspirational Awards for Women. So I'm around this women, inspirational women, and I speak to a lot of women. And the fact is that the people that watch daytime television specifically are women. And if you lie to women, or you are dishonest, or they look at you and think, hang on a minute, you're not who you say you are, it's very difficult to come back from that. Someone like Jeremy Clarkson, he got into trouble, he punched someone, and 6 months later, he's back on TV. In this case, this is the public feeling that they've been fooled for a long, long time. People will say, oh, well, how comes ITV didn't do something earlier? Look, the agents, their job is to protect his brand and to develop him. And you will find over the years that this wouldn't be the only issue that's gone on. There's been other issues.
No, there's been a few.
And the agents would have done something to protect him. But on this occasion, it's very interesting that the agent has dropped him. So they're saying, we can't protect you. And even if we lose the money, we can't work with you, which is, in the agents world, let me tell you, that's very rare.
Well, apparently he's got shares in the agency as well, so he's got interest in it himself. So for that to be the case, his brand must be even more toxic than we already know. I suspect there may well be more revelations coming out. There must be, because I think the lawyers have dropped him as well, which is big, right? Your lawyers don't want to work with you either. And, he's pretty much lied to everybody. What about Holly, though? Because you said the women are the power brokers. Do you think that she is in trouble now? She may have had absolutely no knowledge of any of this, so there's no suggestion that she does. But the point is that she's associated with him.
Yeah, listen, Holly's the power broker in that relationship. Holly's the power broker of the show. She's a mother. She's married. She's lovely. Everybody likes her. And as long as the public believe that she's honest, she will continue to be an amazing commercial brand. But now she's got this association with Schofield, where the public are looking at her and thinking, did you know all along what was going on? Have you hoodwinked us? But the debate is out. And some people will be sitting on the fence because she's got such a huge following. Huge brands have invested millions into her.
They have.
Until someone categorically proves that she knew what was going on and she was part of the facade, then she's okay.
Well, obviously, there's no suggestion that she knew anything. So, I don't know how I feel about Holly. I mean, I don't know. I think they need to scrap this morning. Do you think it will go? We're running out of time. But briefly, do you think that they'll get rid of this morning?
Well, the thing is that TV is very much about public opinion and credibility. You saw with the Jeremy Cole show, as soon as it lost credibility, it was gone very quickly. And I think that this morning they're going to struggle now because their integrity is taking a massive bashing. So the public are going to look at this and say, well, actually, this show is incredible. We don't believe what you're saying. This is a facade. We're going to stop watching. And the key is going to be if the viewing figures drop. People can say whatever they want, but it's a commercial business. And if the viewing figures stay high, then ITV will find it difficult to drop the show. But if the figures start dropping and the public start questioning the individuals on the show, then they're in big trouble.
Sky Andrews, thank you very much. He's a talent agent. Really good to talk to you.